guys, Bill here. I'm on the road this week and visiting the, well, actually, least populated state in the USA, Wyoming. I'm going to be here for a couple of weeks, but in the meantime, I've got a couple of re-uploads for you. I went through a bunch of real or fake shows and cherry-picked some of my favorites that you may not have seen yet, so enjoy. Our first video today was sent in by Spartacus Gaming and Mr. Wombat. The video claims to show a kid who saved himself from hungry sharks by perching on top of a dead whale. So what do you think? You think this is for real or some kind of hoax? Go ahead and let the world know what your answer is as loud as you can say it. Guys, as unbelievable as this may sound, this video is real. But I would like to add that it wasn't like the kid didn't know what he was getting into when he jumped from a boat knowing there were sharks in the water. I guess he was in training for the next Darwin Awards.
What an idiot!
Mom thinks I'm an idiot. Dad's not too proud either.
When it comes to UFOs caught on camera, there is no shortage of that around these days. One of the more interesting videos in this area, at least for me, is this video. The video was sent in by Adrian, who just wrote, "What on earth is this?" Adrian, I gotta be honest with you. You know, when it comes to UFOs and stuff like that, I don't have a clue what I'm looking at. And to be honest with you, I'm not a believer. I find it very hard to believe that there are aliens out there that are somewhere within the evolutionary scale as us, within this time of just billions and billions of years. I mean, do you know what the odds are, even if there were aliens, that we would be kind of somewhere in sync? I don't know. That's way out there for me. But I know there's a lot of people who do believe it, and it doesn't mean that I can't be wrong. It just happens to be my personal opinion. So let's check it out. As far as I could tell, the video was first posted to this page on Facebook and then picked up by a YouTube channel called Leaving the Herd. Neither site gave us much information about the video, like where it was recorded or by who, so I posted the video to my Facebook research team. Mark Brian Banterin said it was super fake, Jason Tate said the holes in the clouds are real, and Austin Hunter also thought the holes were real, but caused by military activities. Now, military activities I could kind of see because, you know, the military is always up to all sorts of crazy stuff. But an alien spaceship from another planet coming here and making spectacle in the sky right in front of us. No comment. I'm just going to read the official answer. All right. And, well, I could be wrong on this one because the answer is actually fake. I am right, you see? After listening to what everybody had to say about it, I still didn't feel like I had a good handle on this one. So I turned to one of America's most experienced UFO researchers, Robert Kiviat. Robert, tell us, why is this video with the UFOs cutting circles in the sky fake?
Well, Bill, like a lot of other videos we've seen over the years, you know, a video will come out and the sky will be the main focus, and then clouds, of course, are a big thing. And the next thing you know, there'll be some kind of a UFO involved in that scene. Unfortunately, for anybody trying to pull off a fake like that, these are the easiest things to really kind of get to the bottom line on. Here you got clearly a photograph of some kind of anomaly in the sky. It's weather related. Somebody comes up and says, you know what, I'm going to try to make this do a really cool video. So they take it and they duplicate it to two circles, and then they put some kind of effect on the inside edge maybe of that circle. But if you look at it really carefully, anybody can see that all this light is doing is this UFO, whatever you want to call it, is going around the edge of the circle. It's not creating any new circle. It's not creating more video evidence of the cloud changing. It's just literally somebody putting a Photoshop-like effect on an image, they're the easiest things to fake. And there's in fact some really good ones out there on video that show this kind of thing even more intense and more exciting. But this one has to be really categorized as a fake in every way, shape, or form.
Okay, well, thanks, Robert. I really appreciate you helping us out with that one. You know, a lot of people were confused, so it's good to know the truth. Hey, what about this underwater oddity? It was first sent in by Kiyoshi Takasu, who just wrote, "Is this photo real or fake?" Kiyoshi, I know there's a lot of posters out there that are claiming that this mutant was caught near the site of that gigantic nuclear power radiation leak at the Chernobyl power plant in Russia. But that's just not true. It really comes from a Photoshop contest on the infamous Worth 1000 website, a one-stop shop for the biggest collection of fake clickbait on the internet. The big giveaway on this one is the mouth, as in there isn't one. I mean, how does a fish get that big and fat with no mouth or any other place to put food in? Next up is this odd picture claiming to show a real fish that looks like a gigantic lump of chewed up bubblegum. It was first sent in by Sean Watson, who asked, "Is this a mutant pink Mr. Potato Head or something far more sinister?" Sean, thanks to some great work by my dedicated Facebook readers, I can assure you that this jiggly mass of pink protoplasm is actually real. According to Facebook reader and super sleuth Timothy Aruda, this is what is basically called a scorpion fish. It lives in and around the reefs of the Indo-Western Pacific. It can grow up to 7.5 inches or about 19 centimeters. While it's not considered dangerous, you might want to keep your distance as it has numerous venomous tentacles hanging off its body. And now for our last photo today, we have this psychedelic sea specimen sent in by Ben Ong. Ben, I know this may look like a ceramics project gone bad, but actually it's real. It is what is commonly known as a sea urchin, and what's even more amazing is this isn't one, it's actually 2 sea urchins. The one on the top is a rare one, and it actually has a pretty funny story to it. It was first discovered by a scientist who was asked to identify a mysterious seashell that was being sold on eBay. The auction price shot way up when they realized that this was a previously unknown species of sea urchin. The one on the bottom is commonly known as a Sputnik urchin, probably because the spiky appendages make it look like a vintage Russian satellite. I get the reference, but if you ask me, those rounded appendages on this particular specimen make it look more like feeding time for a bunch of hungry piglets. Okay, so what about this camel that looks like it's eating a fish? Well, the truth of this one is we don't know exactly where it was recorded or who recorded it, but one thing I can tell you is camels are herbivores, as in vegetarians. So unless this one has taken a liking to sushi, this video is fake. Notice how it chews but never swallows. Camels can, however, drink out of water bottles. Hey, don't go away just yet. There are a whole lot more real or fakes you can look at. Just go ahead and click on one.